Sandra Waldrop. You are watching Kingdom Acres, and this is my segment on Craft Round the Clock. I was watching Miss Tracy and her live, and time just slipped away from me. Arabella, will you please turn off the TV, ma'am? Thank you. We were just relaxing on the couch, not a care in the world, thinking, man, those pears are so cool. And then she mentioned me, and I was like, oh yeah, I am next. And then I looked at the clock, and I was like, oh no, I'm supposed to be live right now. Oops. So, anyways, so here I am. Today I am making something that is a little more fall themed. You see all my pumpkins in the background. Those are from my garden. I had a very abundant pumpkin crop this spring, and so I'll be planting more for the fall, but I love pumpkins. I love them. And so, let me see. I'm not seeing any comments. Swipe left. There we go. Yay. I can see comments now. Thank you for sharing me in, Miss Tracy. The pears, again, were beautiful. And I can't wait to finish watching you at 3 o'clock do that project. I'm going to open up my iPad here to see. I hope y'all can hear me. I am using a new mic, and hopefully it's working. The last time I used my other mic, I went for like 20 minutes and my comments weren't working, and so I didn't even know. Nobody could hear me. Nobody could hear me the entire time, pretty much. So that was, let me see. Let's see here. Okay, I can hear me. Perfect. Perfect. So let me just turn me back down on my iPad. I am a little under the weather still. I don't know what's going on. I'm like 3 weeks in on this crazy, just had cold. I don't know. It is. Oh, good. Well, you know what? Good morning to you. It can be morning if we want it to, right? Thank you, Miss Janice. Hello, Irma. Welcome, everybody. I'm glad y'all are here. So what I'm doing today is I have these little, excuse me, I don't want to start coughing. I have these little Planters nut cans, right? And this one I got just from like my local grocery store, but they have these mini ones at Dollar Tree, okay? So it's neat because then you get the variation in size. This one's got a smaller circumference, circumference, diameter, whatever. And then, but it's taller. So these would look cute sitting next to each other or stacked, depending on what we're doing with them. So we're going to, hello Pat, hi Stacy, Belinda, welcome. So I went on Etsy, and let's see, let me pull up my Etsy real quick. I can't remember where I got these labels from. You orders, purchases. It was Midnight Creative Den. She has, and there's more than this. I believe there's like 8 labels, and it has this one that I printed. It's pumpkins, apple cider, harvest blessings, and autumn harvest. When you first print them, they come out this size, okay? I printed it and I was like, well, that's not gonna work for my tins, right? Like it's too tall for my tins. So I went ahead and I just put it in my printer the same way I did with those prairie dresses, and I just reduced the size. And hi, Kelsia, welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm sorry if I like hit the mic or anything weird like that. I'm not used to wearing a mic, so this is going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me. But that's the labels. They're super cool. If you know how to do the reduce and enlarge function on your printer, it opens you up to a whole variety of size projects. So I really like that. I had a few different ideas of what I wanted to do today. My ADHD brain like makes it really hard for me to decide, and so like an hour before I'm like, I have to nail it down. What am I doing? And so I was gonna run to Dollar Tree, but then I decided that I need to give myself a little break since I'm still trying to get over whatever this is that is all up in my sinuses and my tonsils and my throat, and just like make do with what I have. So this is what I have. I just collect trash. I just collect stuff that most people will be like, okay, I'm done with, and then they throw it away, and I'm like, but I could use that for something. So, oh goodness, hello from Vermont. Hello from Texas. It is hot here. It is so hot and humid. I cannot even begin to explain how hot and humid it is here. And yesterday, I was really struggling with the humidity. I went out and we were harvesting potatoes, and I got over something, and I, got all dizzy and stuff because it's just hot out there. And just being sick, I don't recommend going out and gardening when you're sick. So, went out there and harvested our potatoes, and it was sunny and everything, but it was so humid that it made everything more intense. It made the heat more intense. It made it just harder on my body, for my girls too. Like, they were pouring sweat. And so, I still have trash in there. Let me get some wipes. Oh, bend. So it was just hot, and we came in after a bit, and we had every intention of going back out and harvesting tomatoes after we did the potatoes, but we were too hot, and we couldn't make it happen. But later on in the day, I went out, what was I doing? I had to go somewhere for something. And it had been raining. It was sunny, and it had been raining. It was crazy. I don't remember what I was doing. I've been trying to handle post office things and stuff, and today is the day I was finally able to work that out. So if you're waiting for a package from me, it's leaving UPS today. That was a whole situation trying to get that package shipped out. So finally got it. Things are working out. Oh, goodness me. Okay, so I'm just going to cover this whole can with my black chalk paint. And I could have probably used a bigger paintbrush, but this is what I got going. I'm so happy for the microphone though, since my voice is not really the best right now. Now I can magnify my not best voice. Hey, it could be worse. I could be singing like this. I tried to sing last Friday at my girls' voice lessons because they have a recital coming up, and I am one of the vocal students, but I haven't decided if I'm going to like actually do the recital. But anyways, me being all sick, and it's really hard for me to not sing, especially like Disney songs. And so I started squawking, and it was not lovely at all. It was so bad. I was like, ugh. I sounded like an animal in the wild. Like, it was so bad. Anyways, still fun. It's always a good time at our singing lessons. Our vocal coach, she and I have very similar personalities, and so we just kind of feed off of each other, and it's always like chaos. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Let me go back and look at some of these comments. Oop, 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 oop. Let's see. I'm sure I'm missing comments. Every live, it's like a comment lottery. Hello from San Francisco. Hi, Claudia. I have a relative who lives, no, not San Francisco. She lives in San Diego. Never mind. It's one of the Sands of California. It's my dad's aunt. So, oh goodness gracious. Will you go throw away the inside of that? I tell you, I just grabbed what I had and went, because I don't go near the trash with my things. My goodness, I'm losing hair everywhere. Okay, so while she does that to that one, I'm going to go ahead with a second coat, just kind of touch it up in all the areas. And we will just keep on moving along with our sweet little fall projects. I'm already looking forward to the holidays, y'all. Am I the only one who watches Christmas movies during the summer? Because we literally watched Elf yesterday. Hello from Louisiana. Oh my goodness. I have a whole complaint about my lack of visiting Louisiana. We only live a couple of hours from the Louisiana border. I don't know why. I've never been to Louisiana. Maybe this year for my anniversary. My husband will take me. Maybe we can talk him into a little trip. Wouldn't that be nice to just go? Although I'm trying to talk him into going to Pennsylvania in September with the craft round the clock friends, all of my creative sisters. You watch Christmas movies year round. Yes. Well, and it's so hot here in Texas. If you crank up the AC and you get a blankie and you put on the Christmas movie, you have Christmas magic year round. There's no reason to not. There's just no reason to not. So I love doing it. Yesterday we were at the store a day before. I was like offering my youngest daughter, I was like, do you want to get some hot chocolate? She was like, I'm pretty sure we already have some. I was like, oh, okay. Let's finish it up. Oh, I love the holidays. I love the holidays so much. It's just such a warm and fuzzy feeling in my soul when Christmas and Thanksgiving and all of the slower holidays roll around. I know summer is supposed to be a lot slower for many people, but things just amp up for me over the summer, it seems, because I have like all of the planning for the year happening for our homeschool co-op. This week we had a planning meeting for our homeschool graduation committee. You went in Pennsylvania to get a puppy. Oh my goodness gracious. What kind of puppy did you get, Lisa? Oh my goodness. That sounds so exciting. But I have a fun puppy story, but I'll tell you in a minute. Oh gosh, now I can't even remember what I was talking about. You got puppy on my brain. Puppy on my brain. Okay, I'll just tell you guys. So a couple years ago, I was telling my neighbor that I really wanted a golden retriever, but I knew that there was no way I was going to be able to spend like the money that it takes to purchase a golden retriever. Those are like some top dollar dogs, right? If you're buying from a breeder. Most of our dogs have all come from the shelter. I don't usually buy dogs, you know, from a breeder. I don't like, you know, for the most part, I want the unloved and the uncared for, it, you know, but I had golden retriever on my heart for so long, and I mentioned to my neighbor that I wanted a golden retriever, and she was like, well, I actually know somebody. Let me give you her number, and you just contact her and tell her, you know, that I sent you, gave you her number, etc. So I texted her just, you know, to get an idea, and I was like, okay. She told me the price, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to do it this time. Hi, Crystal. And Anita. Hi, Anita. I won't be able to do it this time because I'm going to have to like work on saving for this dog. And the girl was so sweet. She was like, well, I only have a couple left from this litter, and I really just need them to go to good homes. So I'll work with you. You tell me what you want to pay, and you can make payments. And I was like, what? Like, who does that? Who does that? But she knew that my dog would be coming to a good home, and so she was willing to work a deal with me. And so the lady that I bought her from was like working, or she owns a wedding venue or something like that. And my husband had already, he didn't say no, but he was just like, we'll never be able to afford it. And so I didn't tell him anything. I was just like, I'll be back. And then he calls me because he can see my location. He's like, why are you like at this place? And I was like, oh, it's a wedding venue. And we had a wedding, a relative who was getting married soon. So I was like, I just came to look at this wedding venue real quick. And he was like, okay. You know, like he was already suspicious. He knew, like he knows me. He knows if I don't say, oh, I've got an appointment to go do this or whatever, and it's not like going out to lunch first and getting all fancy and doing all that, he knows something's up. And so I had my oldest daughter with me. She picked out from the two dogs, she picked out which one, which I love my dog. She made a great choice. So she picked out my dog. We get home, and he's like, I knew it. He was so mad. He's like, I knew it. So, it took maybe a couple hours, and he was fine. Why can't I see the comments on this? I'm trying to see the comments over here on this thing. Oh, there we go. Oh, you've been to Louisiana once? It was so hot and humid, you don't want to go back? Oh, no. A multi-poo, oh. Oh, you start your Christmas stuff in September? I get started as soon as possible with the decorating and stuff. Oh, Belinda, your son has a golden retriever. These dogs are the most codependent dogs ever. Like, if you need somebody to need you, they need you. These dogs, like, need your constant love, affection, devotion. They need words of praise. They need, like, all of the attention. If I'm laying on the couch looking at my phone, she will come and use her nose and, like, flip my phone out of my hand and put her nose in my hand immediately. She's like, that doesn't belong there. My face belongs in your hand. So she just wants all the love all the time. Such a silly, silly puppy. So, but I love her so much, even though she can be a little stinker sometimes, but can't we all, right? So I'm just using the water method to cut out my image. It's not a straight line like most labels are. It's kind of a fancy little round square situation. So I'm just trying to do my best to get all the white off. I'll probably have to pick at it a little bit to get it off there. And I'm trying not to cough. That's the big thing here. I've got just like, that's how it's looking right now. But you can see all the little white. So I'm just going to, nope. I'm just going to do this and get those little, I'm just wetting the white bits and pulling them off, straight off. I don't want to pull forward because I don't want to, I don't want the color to come off and be left with more white. So I'm just pulling straight off, like to the side there. And hopefully y'all, I just tore the corner off. It's fine because it's old. It's supposed to look like an old label, so I'm not gonna worry about it. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna go around it with stuff, with some things. So look at how good how proportionate that is. That's about how you want it. I think I did a 71% reduction on my printer. So, oh man, somebody used my Mod Podge and didn't put the plastic wrap back on it. Well, why didn't you put fresh plastic wrap? She says the plastic was broken. It's fine. It didn't stick too bad. It didn't stick too bad. Okay, I'm just gonna use that same little brush and get some Mod Podge on my label. And we're gonna do something that we haven't done before to this. So I'm just, sorry. I have a tendency to just grab and push and do what, and forget that other people are trying to see what I'm doing. Maybe I should zoom in. Let's see if I can zoom in. I've never zoomed in before while on a live, so let's see what happens. Oh, now you can really see my face. Oh, but are you gonna be able to see my table? Maybe I should zoom out just a smidge. There we go. Just a smidge. Now you're shaking. Sorry, guys. We're working it out. We're working it out. Is that exactly where I was before? No. Okay. Hopefully y'all can see better than what it was. It's fine. All right. So that's how it's looking so far. Now I'm going to get my orange alcohol ink. And this is where things are gonna get fun, okay? I'm going to, give me one of those cups out of that bag, please. I'm going to color my Mod Podge. And I don't think that it's going to be, I don't want it to be super duper visible. I just wanna give it kind of like an orange patina with this Mod Podge. And I'm coloring the Mod Podge with my alcohol ink, and we're gonna see what that does. Let's just see. Let's see how it colors it up. We're gonna see what kind of thing this does. Okay. So I'm going to just kind of paint this on. I'm not worrying about the top because I'm going to cover it with fabric. And going over my label with that orange. And you see, look at that. It made a difference in the color on the label, which I'm loving. And we can also use that, the instant coffee. Where's my instant coffee? I've got to sprinkle everything with instant coffee all the time. Is it even me if I'm not sprinkling? It seems like every project I'm sprinkling with instant coffee. I just like it. It's like primitive glitter, okay? It's just a little bit of aging. But you know, all the glazes and stuff on your vintage things that you've thrifted or whatever, they all have kind of a yellow hue by now, right? And so that orange is adding that over the black, and I think it's going to be awesome. So I could probably use a bigger, I'm gonna get a bigger something. Not that big. Do I have a bigger something? Oh, that's what I got this out for. It's got like a black stain on it from me not taking care of it very well, but it'll be fine. Since it's already black, it's not gonna hurt nothing. It's not gonna hurt nothing. Oh, I better put the lid back on that alcohol ink. I don't know if it'll evaporate. Whenever I hear alcohol, I think vapors. I think that it can evaporate, and I need to be careful with that. So putting the lid back on there, and my comment, oh, we have, you love the holidays. Yes, Miss, okay. Yes, Belinda, they are such sweet, sweet dogs. Love them so much. That's the last comment I saw. There's been more comments I did not see. Okay. So I've gone all the way around with that colored Mod Podge. And you just think of all the things you can do with colored Mod Podge. I have a really exciting project planned for Friday with my alcohol inks and my kitchen trash. And this, I guess this is also a kitchen trash thing, but I have a specific kitchen trash thing that I really think y'all are gonna love. Planned for Friday, Fun Friday. So yes, the theme is kitchen trash, if you did not know. And make sure that you are watching all day long, because I know my creative sisters have some really fun things planned for y'all, the watchers, and it's just gonna be a fun day. So I can't wait. I can't wait. I know my husband cannot wait for me to use more of our kitchen trash because I collect and I collect, and then it sits and he's like, what are you doing? Like, you know, just hoarding slightly. Leave me alone. It's no big deal. No big deal, right? Just got my my stuff in buckets and boxes and cabinets and everywhere. It's fine. All right, so that's how that one's looking. Very good, very good. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a little bit of a dry here. Just for a minute. I just stuck my hand in that. Of course I did. Hi. Splash of Paint by Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Deborah Phillips. Okay, I'm missing something here. Deborah Phillips Rich. Okay. So you're on from your personal page. Deborah, if you come on from your craft page, your professional page, then people can follow you. So the people on this thread will follow you if you come on from your business page. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm a little groggy, so. You do the same thing with all of your, yes. My husband is just like, what is happening? Because he's a minimalist and I am a maximalist. So our house is a maximalist house. And my husband will just like throw things away when he gets in his cleaning mood. And then I'm like, what did you do with my thing? He's like, I haven't seen that. I'm like, yeah, not since the trash truck ran. You haven't seen it. I already know what happened. I already know. It's fun. How crazy would my life be, though, if I didn't have somebody to balance me out, right? Like, I would just have piles and piles of stuff. So, it's good. It's good. All right. So, now, that's really, it hasn't dried completely, but I'm going to sit this off to the side and work on my other one, wherever I put it. Okay. And I'm going to do, all right, I used my paintbrush in the Mod Podge for that one, so I'm going to do Harvest Blessings. The one I did for that one just now said pumpkins on it. There's something about pumpkins. Yeah, it says Farm Fresh Pumpkins. And this one says Harvest Blessings. Oh. I almost put that in Mod Podge. I tell you, the boogers, when you've got boogers, when you've got any sort of like nasal congestion, I swear it gets up in my brain. And then, excuse me. And then I just move along through life, not knowing what I'm doing. And people just kind of redirect me, the people I love. The Lord really paired me with people throughout my life who have been really good about protecting me. So like my husband, he's a really good, protector of me. My best friend in high school, she was great at protecting me from everything. She's just more like, I guess, like streetwise, like looking at crazy people in the store and like, don't go that way and don't talk to that person. Cause I'm just hyper friendly. And so, I'll just talk to random people in the store and, how's your day going? And, try to like find out stuff about their lives, just, cause I want them to feel seen and heard and things. But sometimes that's not always safe. So the Lord has put people in my life who have been there at the right time to be like, don't talk to that person because they're probably going to attack you when you tell them that, you're going to pray for them or ask to pray for them or, tell them that the Lord loves them no matter what they're going through and, all that stuff. So so the Lord protects me while I'm out there spreading his love. Praise God. Praise God, right? Oh, goodness. But that's just me in a normal day. When I'm sick, it's 100 times worse. Because I still want to be Jesus, but not coughing on people either. But, I still want to do the work for the Lord. Be Jesus with skin on. That's what my pastor says. Okay. So that's how that one's looking. And you can see these are two different size jars or tins, but the same size label is working for them, right? So how much time do I have? I have 10 more minutes. I'm going to get this on and then we're going to go ahead and cover at least the top of the other one so that so that we can get that done before the next presenter comes on. I've been moving slow today. I'm not sure who is next, but if you go on Craft Around the Clock as soon as this live is over and refresh the page, they will be shared over into that page by Miss Tracy, and you'll be able to see them. That's how that's looking with my orange tinted Mod Podge. And you know, it's a subtle look, and I'm a person that not everything has to be super over the top for me to really be able to enjoy the difference in the look. Sometimes just a slight difference is going to really make a difference in the feel of the room and the feel of the display. And so I don't like for there to be too many redundancies in my display. I like for things to be just even a little bit different. Even just a little bit different really makes a difference to me anyways. It makes a difference to me. And you can hear my daughter still got that cough. We're just resting and coughing, and I've got chicken that I baked the other night going on the stove right now to make soup, because we are going to get this knocked out. I'm gonna make like a spicy soup with it, like a Mexican soup, because that cayenne and chili pepper has capsaicin in it, and that is so good for your health. I'm so sorry for just coughing into the microphone. First time wearing a microphone live, and I normally cough into my shirt. That's what I do to keep from spreading germs. So I'm so sorry for just doing that right now. I apologize. I hope y'all didn't just get like blasted with my cough. Sorry guys. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit, and I'm going to get my fabric, and I have here checker fabric, the check print that I have coffee stained, and on this I just used where is it? My spray bottle of coffee grunge, and I sprayed it, and that way it would have like a variation. You see how like the color is all kind of wavy and different, and it's not all the same brown all over. So that's what I like. All right, and I just did it. Okay, well, I cut that too small. Yep, I did that. Okay, this one's gonna work for it. All right, maybe let's just take off a little strip. Let's just take off a little strip and see. There's a spider there. That's gonna give us that edge. My daughters are home. They went to go and run my errands for me. Okay, I'm gonna move this back just a little bit. I'm wanting it to be over it, but not so far over it that you can't see where it says Farm Fresh. And I'm just gonna take a little bit more off the side here. And these strips will not go to waste. They will get used in other projects. They just go into my baggie and then they get used. All right, here we go. Where am I at? I've got 7 minutes, I'm good. Okay, so I'm just going to hot glue around my tin on, I'm gonna do it directly on the lid. That way, if I do want to take the lid off for anything, I can, and then I can put something in there. And then I can put something in it, or just burn myself repeatedly. Just trying to push that down. Okay. There we go on the front. And then, anyways, that way if I want to change up the look and use the same tin, I can, because I can just remove the lid and, you know, then I can maybe like fill it with some Spanish moss or something. I'm gonna cut some off the back here. Some Spanish moss and maybe, you know, some little pumpkins. All right. So there's that all glued down. These little. Okay. And now I'm going to use my twine here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it down in front where I want to tie it off. I'm just going to do one little dab of glue, and I'm going to leave plenty, and I can always trim if I want to, but if I don't do enough from the beginning, then that'll cause issues. Okay. All right, so that's glued on there, right? And then I'm just going to, well, no, it's gonna move. Okay. I'm just gonna take it around here a couple of times. 2 or 3 times. 2, let's go one more time. All right. And then I'm going to give myself plenty of a tail and glue that down in that spot with that still wet glue. Maybe a little bit more. Give it a tad more, because what's alive with hot glue if I'm not burning myself? What is even happening if I'm not burning myself? I don't know. Did I even do a craft if I didn't burn myself? I don't think so. Okay. I'm just gonna tie that. Give it a little tie there. I'll make it a little bit tighter. Okay, and then tie it one more time. And it's just simple, right? And it just gives it that little bit of an accent without it being over the top. And I like it because if you wanted to pair this with like a scarecrow, that that twine will tie in perfectly with a scarecrow look. Aw, thank you, Sonia. Thank you. So there's that one. I have 3 minutes left. Go ahead and do the other one. I have this fabric that I had also used with the dresses, and I want to do this one in a circle. I didn't mind that one being square because it's smaller, but this one is bigger, and I will have a lot of excess if I don't do a circle. So I'm going to just find my diameter and see how far over, and then I'm going to do it from, let's see here. Okay, and I'm just going to make like a little triangle here, and then I'm going to cut. See how far down I want it. Yeah, that's gonna be good right there, I hope. I'll do it just a little bit. Hopefully that works. Let's see. Let's see if I did it right. Everyone cross your fingers and toes. It came out to be a circle, so there's one win right there. It's just a little big. So I'm going to trim it again. Let's just keep on trimming till we get what we want here. And again, these scraps will get used for plenty of other things. What can I use that for? I don't know. What shall I use it for? All right, here. Let's see. And I just don't want it to cover the label. That's the only thing, is that I'm trying to make it not cover the label. You see that? I have a minute left. Anyways, I'm going to keep working on this. I don't want to cut into the other creators' time, because I know that all of these women work so very hard at creating what their stuff and coming up with plans and all that, collecting all the things and doing all the stuff, so prepping and everything. So I don't want to cut into anybody's time, but I want to thank y'all for being here. Thank you for being so gracious and sticking around with me while I'm coughing into the mic and forgetting what I'm talking about. I appreciate y'all. And I will see y'all back here tomorrow, I believe at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is my time slot tomorrow, so I will see you then. Y'all take care, and thank you for homemaking a homemade home with me. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.